Should have stayed away.
You should have killed me.
I will.
So I was talking to Toby, and he said it wasn't like only 32 days of shooting the chariot scene. It was almost 90 with the second unit and stuff like that. Is that a sort of different challenge as an actor to show up on set and know that the sides is going to be that intense sequence, not only physically and emotionally? So tell me about that.
Well, he's right. It was close to 90 days. It was like it was 3 months of just the chariot stuff, basically. It was, yeah. It's an amazing thing but you realize when you watch this, it's like. I'm such a fan of the 59 version. I loved it so much, and one of the things that stuck with me was the chariot scene. So while this is a completely reimagined take on the story of Ben Hur, and it's very different, one thing that is in there is there's a chariot race. And we knew that chariot race is going to probably be the one thing that will be compared. So we did say, let's do whatever we possibly can to turn this into the most exhilarating, beautiful, heroic, amazing ride. And that meant me and Toby training a lot before we even got on, before we started filming. So we were on those chariots training for about 3 months before we even started filming. And then we did about close to 3 months doing first and second unit. And every time you see us with those horses, that's us, because that's the immersive moment in the movie. You want to be on those chariots with us, and that meant us doing everything.
Given that you were a fan of the original one, any sort of apprehension when the project was proposed, like a new adaptation of Ben Hur, or?
Well, I think probably the same as anyone would have been. It would have been like, let me see a script. And I'm a very open human being, and I love that about this. I think it's an art form, you know? It's interpretive, and I think that's the great thing is when I read the script, I said, oh, this is completely different. This is beautiful. And I, especially coming from someone who really does adore the 59 version, I felt in no way this stepping on its toes of the predecessor, or the 25 version, the Raymond Navarro version. I mean, this felt, it's very much its own entity, and it felt very relevant. This is, the great thing about the 59 version is it was a revenge story. This isn't a revenge story. This is a film that actually is about hope and love and forgiveness and redemption and stuff. And I think that's very relevant in today's world when you're looking at the world right now. I feel very confident that this will hopefully to some people make a difference, make that one person say, actually, well, it is easier to love than hate,
One of the things that I like about your character is there's more complexity than just a hero archetype or it goes on the hero's journey.
Yeah.
So talk about, was that nuance always there? Or is that something they collaborate with your director?
Well, it was very much a conversation, but it's in the script. They actually put them, which I love, because he's very lost, Judah, in the beginning. Like, he's having conversations, he doesn't even believe in God or he's asking questions that we all ask ourselves, much deeper found. He's sort of a philosopher in that sense. And whether or not he finds God in the end, I don't know. I mean, I'm a spiritual person, I'm not religiously inclined, but I think he finds something so much more, which is his humanity, you know what I mean? Which is a beautiful thing. And it's, it's a very, very well thought out, it was a very well thought out character. I mean, I just wanted to have moments where it was shocking, the difference of how, like, from that moment where you see him before the slave ship and then you see him after, like when he's 5 years deep. I wanted that to be a moment where you're looking at a different human being. Everything, physically, emotionally, the way I held myself, my voice, the thing like that, and that's great. And then at the end, you see another complete transformation. So you're being taken on an amazing journey. And it's a great action movie too as well. It's got the best characters and it's got this beautiful action, which this is why we make movies. It's why we go to the cinema, to go and witness something like this.
And a fantastic one at once.
Oh, mate, thank you so much. What a pleasure.